Hi everyone, it's Sarah from Right Start Reading. Previously, I had stated that I would do a video about phonemic awareness because it is such an important factor regarding your child's reading skills. But first, I want to give you just a quick definition of what phonemic awareness is. So, phonemic awareness is the ability to notice and manipulate sounds within our language. So basically, the ability to process and hear sounds within words. And your child needs to have at least a basic sense of sounds or phonemic awareness in order to make sense of phonics patterns and in order to eventually decode words. So I'm going to give you a few tips, a few ideas of ways you can encourage phonemic awareness in your child. All right, so tip number one is and always will be reading to your child because it's really the easiest strategy to implement right away. Reading to your child alone is not going to be enough, but it is an essential thing to do. When you're reading with a focus on phonemic awareness, try using rhyming books like Dr. Seuss or the Llama Llama books, or look for books that utilize alliteration, like this book, My Name is Alice. Alliteration is just repeating the first sound over and over again. It's going to help your child focus and pay attention to those sounds within words. And they're also usually pretty fun to read. Another thing you could do is play rhyming games. Rhyming word memory is an easy game you could play using index cards or pre-printed cards to play a version of memory where your child is turning over one card and trying to find a matching rhyming word with that card. They do not need to be able to read in order to do this. Phonemic awareness is all about focusing on just the sounds, not the letters. And you can turn just about any traditional game into a rhyming game as well. So bingo is another fun one that you could try with rhyming words. And again, no reading is necessary. It's just the sounds, just matching the sounds. But remember, if your child struggles with rhyming at first, this is somewhat normal. Rhyming can be a lot harder than it seems. So don't get hung up on practicing rhyming without moving on to something else. So if your child is struggling with rhyming, just move on into helping them try to hear that first sound within a word. And I have some activities that I'm going to talk about in a second that can help you do that. Because hearing the first sound within a word is really closer to what they'll actually be doing with reading than rhyming is in the first place. So the great thing about phonemic awareness is that you don't need much to practice it, and you can basically do it anywhere. So even when you're in the car or on the go, ask your child to play Guess My Word. You can give them a word in tiny bits like b, g, and have them guess which word it is that you're saying. You could try to make it more fun by pretending you're a robot as you say it. And this will help your child practice the phonemic awareness skill of blending, which is exactly what they'll need to do when they blend real words. Another game that you could try on the go is just pointing to something that you see as you're walking or driving and asking them to tell you the beginning, middle, or ending sound of that word. Remember, though, that your child will need to have an understanding of what the words beginning, middle, and end mean. And it's also important to remember that the middle sound of the word is usually the vowel sound, and it's always going to be the hardest and the last one to develop. So start with the first sound first. At home, you can play games using your child's favorite toys as well. So you could sort the toys into their different sounds. For example, find all the toys that start like d or right? And your child might find, a toy duck or something and put it in the d category. You can also use Legos to facilitate phonemic awareness. So for example, you could give them a word, say the word is ship. They would need to take 3 different colored Legos and stack them together to represent the word ship with sounds. So sh, I, p, right? This represents ship. Another really great way to encourage phonemic awareness is through movement. So a fun and easy way to do this is with the game hopscotch. Most children love to play hopscotch. It's a fun way to segment words. So you would give your child a word and then have them hop once for each sound. So say the word's cat, they would hop k, at. Syllables stomping is another way to incorporate movement. Syllables are the larger chunks or beats within words. You could have them stomp out the syllables. So if you gave them the word umbrella, they would stomp out umbrella. And my final idea is a good way to reuse an old magazine. So you could have your child practice finding the target sounds in magazines. and cutting them out and gluing them on paper or sorting them into categories. You could even just have them circle the picture of the target sound, like or whatever sound you're working on. So yeah, this is far from an exhaustive list of ways that you can encourage phonemic awareness in your child. The important thing to remember is that noticing and hearing the sounds within words is the first step to mapping those sounds onto letters. The sounds that we encourage you can think of them as like little parking spots where we'll eventually map the letters. And without the understanding of sounds, there really isn't a place for the letters to go. And it's much harder for the letters and words to stick in the brain. So play around with words, have fun with them, do any kind of wordplay that you like, as long as your child is focusing on listening to and exploring the sounds within words, that phonemic awareness is going to develop. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. Please continue to watch and look out for more videos. And if you have any questions at all, it doesn't have to pertain to phonemic awareness, but I would love to hear from you. So send me those questions and look out for more videos.